Rahu has changed his sign from Meena Rashi to Kumbh Rashi, and Ketu has changed his sign from Kanya Rashi to Simha Rashi, which we are already aware of that on 30th of May this transit has happened. So I have already released a Medini Jyotish video in all the three languages, English, Kannada and Hindi. I hope you have watched it too in your preferred language. Now in this video, I will be explaining what kind of impact all the 12 zodiac signs, Rashi or Lagnas will face. So this video is mainly basically on your Janma Rashi, where your Chandra is placed, or based on your Janma Lagna. So at the time of birth, if the Lagna is Mesha, Vrishabha, similarly, that will be the one which you have to point out and see the effects of it. So in this one video, I will cover for all the 12 Rashi or Lagnas. So please do watch it for your Janma Rashi as well as for Janma Lagna and take the right results of it. So again mentioning, this is a transit result and this can change with respect to the other planetary transits as well. So on 30th of May, Rahu Ketu has changed. On 7th of June, Mangal Mars also will change its sign from Karkatak Rashi, his Neecha Rashi. He finally will come out and will enter Simha Rashi, where Ketu would have transited. So a big conjunction of Mangal and Ketu is gonna happen from 7th of June till 28th of July. So this is another big whole episode about which I'll be making a separate video. But in this, I'll be covering the Rahu Ketu transit results from May 30th, 2025 to November 25th, 2026. So what kind of effects it may have on all the 12 zodiac signs, let's see that in this video. This is definitely gonna be very interesting and life-changing predictions as well. But your individual horoscope as well as your present Dasha, Antardasha will hold a key. So this is always ultimate. So the transit predictions for all the 12 zodiac signs, you can find the timestamps also in the comment box. So let's start first with the Mesha Rashi or Mesha Lagna. Before that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and also like and share my videos if you like it. So now first let's start with Rahu's and Ketu's transit results for Mesha Rashi or Mesha Lagna. So if you are born in Ashwini, Bharani or Kritika Nakshatra, first pada, then Mesha becomes your Janma Rashi. And if your Lagna is Mesha or ascendant is Mesha, then definitely you have to watch these predictions. So for Mesha Rashi or Mesha Lagna, Rahu will be transiting in your 11th house and Ketu would be transiting in your 5th house. So firstly, let's see the positive ones. Positive first. So for Rahu's transit in the 11th house, this is fantastic. So people who are in technical field or who are well versed in it or have upskilled in technology field, you will receive amazing amount of benefits, because any planets which are placed in the 11th house will always give good results, and this is the time you will receive amazing amount of benefits. Though you have started with Sade Sati, but this is the time period you will receive good results, especially once Mangal gets out of 4th house, Neecha Rashi, and comes to the Simha Rashi. Your good time starts, because this time Mangal Rahu's face off, Mangal Ketu's conjunction won't do bad for you, but actually will suddenly bring good things for you. So amazing gains from technology, and also network of yours will become your net worth. So I have told this before also in the Jupiter transit predictions that your network is your real net worth, and that's what gets proved right now. And there will be professional success beyond expectations during this time. This is a very golden key period for Mesha Rashi or Mesha Lagna natives. And long-term goals which you had from a very pretty long time, that will get fulfilled during this time. So because of Rahu's presence in 11th house, which is Labhasthana and Ichha Purti Sthana. So Rahu, when he gets into that mode, and that too in the Rashi where he considers his own, he can give amazing results. And when your Rashi Lord also is getting out of debilitation, there is no way you can expect anything negative. It will be always full of positive from Rahu also. So Rahu is definitely gonna be very positive planet for you for the next 18 months, and all your wishes will be fulfilled and you will get amazing amount of monetary benefits. Finances would do really well for you, and this could be one of the best time periods even after, despite of being in Sade Sati, because that's what the Mesha Rashi or Mesha Lagna natives is. Their Rashi Lord Mangal, once it gets complete strength. That's the reason the only planet which attains a very good strength in Shani's Rashis is Mangal only. And that's why it is always seen Mesh Rashi, Mesh Lagna natives are so enthusiastic, so ambitious, and they are of the attitude कि किसी के सामने नहीं झुकेंगे. So that powerful, ruthless attitude only Mesh Rashi, Mesh Lagna natives will have, and now with Rahu coming in 11th house, it will increase much more as well. So income from multiple sources, long-term goals getting fulfilled, all these monetary benefits are seen from Rahu's presence in the 11th house. But now Ketu in the 5th house, what can he give to you? So love life will have multiple misunderstandings. So miscommunications, misunderstandings can spoil your love life, and also problems in your marital life. So that also may happen. So people who are looking to get married, definitely it's a good time to get married. But no promise that your marital life would be good after the marriage because of Ketu's presence in 5th house. And also distance or issues with the children also will actually increase. So because of Ketu's presence in 5th house, somewhat you will be emotionally detached with your children, with your family, or with your loved ones. That may cause some kind of problems in your life, and you should not involve yourself in any kind of gambling or risky speculations. Though Rahu is placed in 11th house, at times he will instigate you to be greedy also, and Ketu in 5th house will always instigate our mind to think in the wrong direction. So if you can avoid this being too greedy or going for any risky speculations, then you would be able to save good amount of money. Then be very careful with your love relations, and also if you are thinking to get into a new relationship also, think 100 times before getting into, because once you get into, there is no look way back, because you are in Sadesati also. So it's not that easy to get out of that karma bandhana. So you have to be very careful of it. So the key advice for Mesh Rashi or Mesh Lagna native is that build on genuine friendships, build on genuine relationships, and look whether it is necessary for you right now than focusing more on the wants. So get married if it is very necessary for you, or get hooked up if it is very necessary, but don't do anything out of compulsion. So that's what I would say for Mesh Rashi, Mesh Lagna natives, because you are driven by Mangal's energy, passion, enthusiasm runs in your blood, and you should always take your independent decision. So don't get greedy, don't do anything out of compulsion, and think 100 times before doing anything. So this is what I would actually suggest for Mesh Rashi or Mesh Lagna natives. Next, let's go to Vrishab Rashi or Vrishab Lagna natives. So if you are born in Kritika Nakshatra, 2nd, 3rd, 4th Pada, and Rohini Nakshatra and Mrugashira Nakshatra, 1st and 2nd Pada, then you are a Vrishab Rashi native. And also Vrishab Lagna. Lagna, if it is Vrishaba, or number 2 is written in the Lagna, or the 2nd Rashi is the Lagna or ascendant, then yours is Vrishab Lagna. So for Vrishab Lagna or Vrishab Rashi natives, Rahu will be in your 10th house and Ketu will be in your 4th house. So there will be excellent career growth opportunities for you. Because of Rahu's presence in 10th house, he will amplify that, because he considers that it is his own Rashi. Kumbh Rashi is his own Rashi, and Rahu is the planet which gets exalted in Vrishab Rashi as per one school of method, and there is another school which says that it gets exalted in Mithun Rashi. So ideally for Vrishab Lagna or Mithun Lagna natives, Rahu will always do good things for you, because he attains a very good strength in your Rashis. And that's why when he sits in prominent Kendra positions for either Vrishab Lagna or for Mithun Lagna natives, he will give excellent opportunities. And for now, for being in 10th house for Vrishab Lagna, Vrishab Rashi natives, excellent career growth opportunities, new responsibilities, rewards, recognition at your workplace, that will be that is something you can expect. And there is possible promotions or job changes also during this time, and there would be some kind of public recognition also for your work. So you will attain name, fame and money also, because Rahu can give everything, and he will give you everything as well. And Shani Dev is also in the 11th house, and at times when he gets Vakri and starts giving the results of 10th house, So it will be double Rahu or double Shani. So that will be wonderful for you, because Vrishab Lagna is that one Lagna where Rahu and Shani both are favorable, and all the Krura Grahas are favorable for Vrishab Lagna. So it's a Nandi and also Bhagavan Shiva's blessings is there. So that's why Vrishab Lagna natives are quite lucky during this time also. So these are the positive effects which I can say majorly from the Rahu perspective. But because Ketu is coming to the 4th house, this is not good for your mother's health. So domestic happiness or domestic peace is slightly disturbed during this time. So you may not agree with your family members, and you may go against your family members, and that's what may actually detach from your family members also due to this Ketu's presence in 4th house. And property related complications will start. If you have already opted to buy a property, it might get delayed or it might have some obstacles, because of which the things may not fructify for you. So because of which you might be a bit tense, and you might be more concerned also. And of course, I mentioned mother's health definitely needs very much attention during this time. Not just that, even at your career also, there will be too much of work for you to handle, lot of new responsibilities, because if you are getting recognition, promotions, everything, it just adds on responsibilities. It won't just come easily with added responsibilities, and that's what keeps you busy 24/7. So Vrishab Lagna native or Vrishab Rashi natives, you might end up working 24/7 in whatever profession you are in. Of course, there will be income from multiple sources, but because of Shani Dev in 11th house, okay, but because of Rahu's presence in 10th house, Ketu's 4th house, so you'll be always occupied, and you may not have your own individual personal life during this time. So a key advice for Vrishab Lagna or Vrishab Rashi natives is balance your career ambitions while giving time for your family as well, because work-life balance is very important for you for the next 18 months. So this was for the Vrishab Lagna natives. For both Mesha Rashi, Mesha Lagna and Vrishab Rashi, Vrishab Lagna, I have a remedy for you. So for Mesha Rashi, Mesha Lagna natives, I think I would suggest you to chant Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis. Because of Shani's presence in 12th house, he might actually try to test you by making Rahu give you more and more greediness or more and more interest in making quick rich schemes. So Mesha Rashi, Mesha Lagna natives would be more interested in quick rich schemes. So to avoid that happening, please do chant Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis, so that it gives you a little bit of wisdom that what to choose and what not to choose, or which path to follow, which path not to follow. So that's pretty much good, because both Mangal and Shani face off also will happen for couple of months, and Mangal Rahu conjunction, Mangal Shani conjunction, all things will happen in the next 18 months. So to avoid any mishaps arising out of it, so chanting Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis is highly recommended for Mesha Rashi or Mesha Lagna natives. For Vrishab Rashi, Vrishab Lagna natives, to balance your family well, I would suggest you to chant Durga Saptashati Shloki, Durga Sapta Shloki, which is a very small 10 shlokas, and that's 7 shlokas, and it hardly takes 10 minutes for you to chant that. So better chant this Durga Sapta Shloki, which can give you greater amount of peace and also an idea to manage both work and life in your life. Okay, so that's also Vrishab Rashi, Vrishab Lagna natives. Next comes Mithun Rashi or Mithun Lagna natives. So if you are born in Mrigashira 3rd Pada, 4th Pada and Aridra Nakshatra or Punarvasu 1, 2 and 3, then you are a Mithun Rashi. And also if Lagna is Mithuna, then also yours is Mithun Lagna. So for you, Rahu will be in your 9th house and Ketu in the 3rd house. This is one of the finest placements in terms of Gochara. So what the Sanandana Gochara says is that when Rahu is in the 9th house, it's very good, because it might actually take you to a very long distance travel, especially to a pilgrim center, and there is a chance you might even get a holy bath in Ganges also, that is Ganga Snana also may happen during this time. So that's one thing. So majorly it is very good for the spiritual learnings, for spiritual aspects, and for the growth in spiritual field also. If any Mithun Rashi, Mithun Lagna natives are spiritual, then this is the time to advance furthermore in that path. and higher education opportunities are very much available during this time. Then even if you want to travel abroad also, there is a possibility of it. Guru is sitting in your own Rashi, so who wouldn't like take your advice? So you will become a very good consultant advisor also during this time. And connection with the mentors, gurus, everything will start because of Rahu 9th house, because Guru sitting in your Rashi will aspect Rahu in the 9th house. So this is also wonderful combination. So though Rahu is getting into 9th house, it's not good for your father's health. So it's not good for your father's health because of Guru's aspect. Not what cannot actually get over. So that's what will happen during this time. So these are the positive effects for Mithun Rashi, Mithun Lagna natives. Next, coming to the challenges. So what challenges you can see? So there will be distance from the siblings because of Ketu's presence in 3rd house. So you might get distance out from your younger siblings. You may not share that good relation with your younger siblings, and there could be a very cordial or a very decent amount of it. And there's some misunderstandings also can erupt all of a sudden. Then communication may become very much reserved because of Ketu's presence in 3rd house. You may not try to communicate as much as possible. You may actually try to reduce it much more, and because of which you would be misunderstood, or you would be not considered as a person to be trusted also. That will also raise during this time. And you may actually avoid getting into any relationships also. So that will also, being isolated, being alone, that also may harm or may actually damage your image. So that also is not a good one. And short trips also might be delayed. So even any kind of trips which you wanted to go for, it might face some obstacles, and that might be delayed, or it may get cancelled also. So a long distance travel is very much there, and short trips may get cancelled or delayed also. So these are the challenges which Mithun Rashi, Mithun Lagna natives will face. So major amount of it, if you see, the problems are very minute or negligible. Means it's okay to be distanced from younger siblings. I can understand, because in the current generation usually have that, but overall if you see from career perspective, it is good. From marital relations, it would be very good. So in all other aspects, it is good for Mithun Rashi, Mithun Lagna natives, but only in certain areas which I mentioned won't be that good, and that's quite manageable. So this is one of the good transits for Mithun Rashi, Mithun Lagna natives. So you will receive all the major amount of the positives. So next, let's go to the key advice which I would like to give is invest more in the learning and spiritual practices, because when you are getting an opportunity to be more spiritual, to invest more in the learning, especially in the spiritual part of you, or in the occult, Jyotish also, it's a very good time for you, because this is the time period where you have to increase your energy, increase your aura also. So focus on doing that. So that was for Mithun Rashi, Mithun Lagna natives. I don't recommend any remedies for you. If possible, travel up to Varanasi, Haridwar, or any of the Ganga Tirthas, and have a Ganga Snana as well. It can actually increase the good karmas for you. That's it for Mithun Rashi, Mithun Lagna. Next, let's go to Karkatak Rashi or Karkatak Lagna. So for Karkatak Rashi or Karkatak Lagna, Rahu in the 8th house and Ketu in the 2nd house. So this is actually not a good transit, I would say, because being Rahu in the 8th house is in a way good. So if you are someone interested in Jyotish, in occult sciences, that is very good for you. But Ketu in the 2nd house, or in generally Rahu in 8th house also, is not a good one. So what are the positives if we see from the positive perspective? So any kind of hidden talent you have, that may come to public because of presence of Ketu in the 2nd house, and also his transiting from 3rd to 2nd. That also we have to see. And potential inheritance or sudden gains also is possible because of Rahu's presence there. And research and investigation skills will improve very well because of Rahu in 8th house, which represents the research or spying or investigation, troubleshooting, all of this. That may actually improve very well. And transformation in personality, so that also may happen during this time. So a lot of changes will happen within you as a person, and because of Rahu's presence in 8th house, we can see these kind of good things also. But Rahu in 8th house has negative wise, it can give you certain challenges like lot of financial strains. All of a sudden you may end up in a very big debt which is irreparable for you or not so easily payable for you. And family dynamics also may change because of Ketu's presence in 2nd house. So your communication may become limited. You may not connect well with your family, or always you would be in a kind of a mode that your family may not like you. That also may happen. And of course communication you will reduce because one of your statements can bring you problem also during this time. And you should avoid borrowing money during this time because you will end up in debt. So you will be always already in debt, and much more if you get greedy and try to make money, then it will make you end up in a very big debt which you will not be able to clear even if you earn for the whole life. So Karkataka Rashi natives or Karkataka Lagna natives born in Punarasu, 4th Pada, Pushya Nakshatra and Ashlesha have to be highly careful in financial matters during this time. Also with the family, you are supposed to be very calm and cautious of what you speak and how family members are also as well. So this is not a good time period majorly in these two areas. Next, coming to the challenges, I've already mentioned that. And the next, coming to the key advice which I want to give for Karkatak Rashi or Karkatak Lagna. Focus on building financial stability slowly. It won't come to you in 1 minute or 1 day. So gradually you have to build it. So focus on that. That can give you some good results. To avoid or to prevent any kind of mishaps in your life for the next 18 months, I would recommend you to pray to Bhagwan Shiva. Every Monday offer milk as well as water to Bhagwan Shiva's Shivlinga, and also chant the Shiva Panchakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Especially Na ke liye it is different, Ma, Shiva, Ya, everything, like Nagendra Haraya, Trilochanaya, Basmangaragaya, Maheshwaraya, like that Ma ke liye. So like that the whole shloka is there. Please do chant that shloka. That would be a very good remedy. And yeah, that's it for the Karkatak Rashi and Karkatak Lagna natives. Next, let's go to Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna natives. For Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna natives, Rahu in the 7th house and Ketu in the 1st house. This is one of the finest placements, I would say, but again in not complete terms, because Rahu Ketu in 1-7 axis can give you very good results as well as very bad results also. They'll give you a lot of ups and downs, and managing those ups and downs would become very headache also at times. So what happens? Rahu in 7th house and Ketu in 1st house. Deep introspection. You won't admit or you won't agree for each and everything. You will analyze, you will try to understand from your own point of view, and then you will try to discover it or verify it through your own self efforts. So this is the time of introspection as well as self discovery, and there will be a huge amount of spiritual transformation in the Simha Rashi or Simha Lagna natives. So Simha Rashi, which is like Makha Nakshatra, Purva Falguni as well as Uttara Falguni 1st Pada. So they will undergo a very drastic transformation which we wouldn't have expected, because Simha Rashi people are always like kings, and they are someone who is pretty who would be like headstrong people. But during this time it won't be like that, and they may also undergo a very big personality transformation. And very good news related to children, because your 5th lord is in the 11th house. So your children will face or will have a very good time period during this time. But what I would mention is they may stay even away from you also for depending upon your dasha antardasha. So there is a chance they may stay away from you also. Next is inner strength development. So you will focus more on developing yourself to a very good stage or to good stature, and you might think more to increase your immunity than just building your bank balance, because you would be more interested in looking at your bank balance during this time, though having Shanidev in 8th house. But because of Gurudev in 11th house, you will be having a good bank balance. So you will be more interested in that. But it's not the way you have to be, but you have to think about increasing your immunity, which is more good. So that's what positive effects which I would see in Simha Rashi or Simha Lagna natives. The challenges I see is the problems in marital life, partnerships, business partnerships. So it will end up in discord. So there will be problems in it, or any Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna natives who are actually struggling in marital life, you will definitely end up in separation during this time. So if the Dasha Antar Dasha supports and your individual chart supports the separation from spouse, so this time could be the one which can make it official as well. And ego related challenges, because Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna natives will not let it go unless and until they are convinced, and they will take every matter as the matter of pride or matter of ego actually. So that they might have to reduce during this time, or else it will be difficult. Next, there will be kind of a power struggles in relationships. That is, a person will try to dominate the other person, and the other person will try to dominate this person. So the husband and wife of Simha Rashi or Simha Lagna, any one of them will try to dominate the other, and because of which they may face problems in the relationships. Okay, so that's one thing noted. And health definitely needs a very good attention. When you have malefics in 1/7 axis, your personality gets changed, your health also will require a lot of attention. So during this time you might undergo a surgery if your chart promises that, or you might have some eye related issues, or you might have a virus or viral related issues also, any viral diseases or any disease affected by a very rare virus, because of which you might suffer a very bad health also during this time. So that was for Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna natives. One key advice is that be humble at all times, practice humility, and also work on your relationships. That is very important for you for the next 18 months. So this was for the Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna natives. Next, coming to Kanya Rashi. Okay, yeah, the remedy for Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna. So I would suggest the same key advice, but from the spiritual point of view, or from the astrological point of view, I would suggest chanting Dasharatha Kruta Shani Stotra, and also Durga Sapta Shloki is very good, and also worship Ganesha as much as possible. Chanting Ganesh Ashtaka is also highly recommended. Next, let's go to Kanya Rashi or Kanya Lagna. If you are born in Uttara Falguni 2nd, 3rd and 4th pada, and Hasta Nakshatra and Chitra 1st and 2nd pada, then you are a Kanya Rashi person. And also if Lagna is Kanya Lagna, then these predictions are for you. So for Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna natives, you will have Ketu in 12th house. So finally Rahu Ketu will get out of your 1/7 axis. Only Shani would be left in your 7th house, and Ketu would be in your 12th house, and Rahu will be in your 6th house. So Rahu's presence in 6th house is one way good, because Rahu in 6th house will become Shatru Hanta for you, and he can give you very good results, especially sports persons of Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna. You will have a wonderful time period during this time. So you will eat up your enemies, you will face your enemies as if you are gonna kill them. Okay, so victory in legal matters, victory against enemies, especially if you are into sports field and all, and health improvement. So health wise there will be a gradual improvement. Any kind of treatment if you are going through, it may happen, and any kind of competitions, as I mentioned, sports and all, you will get success. So any kind of exams you are writing, and if you are expecting good marks out of it, definitely you will get it. If your chart is very strong, you might get a rank also. So this is very good for academic related students who want to score a good marks actually, because parents are always interested in marks. So this is a time period Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna can show that. And because of Ketu's presence in the 12th house, so you will be able to overcome your enemies as well as to get rid of the obstacles also, because Ketu is moving out of your Rashi. So that's a good result is what I say. And challenges. So the challenge is that you will have a lot of sleep disturbances because of Ketu's presence in 12th house, and also when Mangal comes there, you will not have a good sleep for the next 15-20 days. Especially from June 7th to July 28th, there will be a lot of issues in your sleep, and July 10th to July 30th, the 20 days, it will be very difficult also for you to have good sleep. So that's one thing. And feelings of isolation. So feelings of isolation is because of the Ketu in the 12th house, and your Buddha is also with certain planets now for the next 3-4 months, and also later. So जिस तरह का like this the kind of combinations we'll be getting in the next 18 months, I can say that it is not that great time period in terms of what to say, interaction between two individuals in globally also. So that's what may even Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna natives also may face. And obviously health wise you need to pay more attention, because Rahu's presence in 6th house can cause cure of existing illness but can bring in new illness also. So you have to be a bit careful about that. And spiritual confusion is possible because of Ketu's exit from your Rashi and Shani coming to your 7th house. It might make you a very cold nature person, or you may end up in such a situation that you will start questioning whether you really need to be spiritual or not. So you will get all those thoughts also during this time. So this was for the Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna natives. I would say maintain regular health checkups and also meditate more, because you need clarity in your mind and you have to avoid confusion. So that's possible only if you can meditate more and connect with your inner self. So that's one remedy for Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna natives. And also from the general remedy perspective, I would say to connect more with or to chant more Vishnu Sahasranama, which is very good and which is more recommended for you because of Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna being Budh's Rashi. So your Buddha should be very strong enough to take care of you during this time. So that was my predictions for Kanya Rashi, Kanya Lagna natives. Next, let's come to Libra or Tula Rashi. So for Tula Rashi or Tula Lagna natives, Rahu will be in 5th house and Ketu in 11th house. So all of a sudden you will get a very good financial gains. Your speculations will go right and you will have amazing amount of wealth. And new social connections will happen for you. And there will be creative breakthroughs also. Your technological advancement or your technological knowledge will be appreciated by everyone. And there will be a lot of success in the speculation. So if you are someone putting your hands in stock markets, then this is the time period you will taste a very good success, because again for Tula Lagna, Rahu becomes a good planet because Shukracharya's Lagna it is, like the way Vrishabh Lagna is. So Rahu will give good results for them. So that's why we see a lot of good time, especially from the monetary point of view. Though Shani is placed in the 6th house, it will act like Shatru Hanta and you will be victorious over your enemies actually. So that's also a very good aspect. So now coming to the challenges, there will be disruption in your studies. So your education may have some kind of problems and you might end up giving up on education, or it may happen like any creative projects you might have taken up that may face lot of delays also, okay, or will have lot of obstacles. Then emotional detachment in friendships, so that also may happen. And children related concerns, that also may happen. So all these kind of things or all these issues also may arise during this time. Then key advice, channel creatively your positive energies, and also maintain your friendships. So that's also pretty much important during this time. So overall to say for Kanya, so for Tula Rashi, Tula Lagna natives, it's a good time also and it's not so good time also. So you have to channelize your energies in the right time period. Monetarily, finances, it's very good, but emotionally you might be detached in your relationships, in your friendships, and that's what may cause you some loss also. So you should not let it happen during this time. So that was for the Tula Rashi, Tula Lagna natives. But if I have to say any special remedy for you, I would say that don't be little bit cautious about your speculations, though you will get a lot of success in it. And pray to Bhagwan Shiva, chant the Shiv Panchakshari mantra. That will give you a good tremendous amount of results. So that's it for the Tula Rashi, Tula Lagna natives. Next, let's go to Vrishchik Rashi or Vrishchik Lagna natives. So for Vrishchik Rashi, Vrishchik Lagna natives, Rahu will be in the 4th house and Ketu in the 10th house. So it's a dead opposite of what Vrishchik Lagna people will have, because they are also the opposite signs. So new relationships, new connections, that will give you positivity and also good flow of income also. And property related gains are possible. So if you want to buy a new property, it's possible, and if you want to sell a property, that also will give you good amount of gains. And you will have a lot of comfort and luxurious improvements also, because when the transit of Rahu Ketu happens, Shukra would be still in Meena Rashi only. So the fifth house placement there will give you very good results. The seventh lord in fifth house is very good actually, and that too with the fourth lord. So obviously it will give you good results. And family expansion is also possible during this time because of Rahu's presence in fourth house and not affecting the fifth house. So Shani is present there, so there is a possibility of family expansion also. Once Guru moves to Karkatak Rashi this year, post September onwards, you can see more of that effects, and also next year June to November also you can see the family expansion making it happen. So having children or giving birth to a child also is possible during this time for Vrishchik Rashi, Vrishchik Lagna natives. Next, coming to the challenges which I wanted to say is stress at home and also at the workplace. So you would be more stressed out and you will have lot of work because of Rahu's presence in 4th house. So domestic happiness will go for a toss, and Ketu in 10th house is that you would be emotionally detached from your karmas and you would be simply working blindly without any expectation. So that also we can see. And your career may need redirection also. You wouldn't be knowing what you're doing. So at times it may happen that you would have studied something, you would be working something, and you would be moving in a different direction. So you might need a redirection in a career during this time. And emotional balance is required. So you are a bit emotionally detached because of Shani's presence in 5th house, Rahu in 4th house. So you need that emotional comfort. So if your partner or spouse can provide, it's very good, or at least any family members of Vrishchik Rashi, Vrishchik Lagna have to provide that. That's one of the challenges you will face during this time. And also if you have frequent communication with your higher management at your workplace, whether it's public or private sector, you will have conflicts with them in communication also, and that can give you or that can cause you some amount of problem to an extent actually. And what I would say for Vrishchik Rashi, Vrishchik Lagna as a key advice is that you should focus more on your career upgrowth as well as also on your emotional stability. So if you can't plan your career to a good extent, then it can actually create problems for you in future also. So that was for the Vrishchik Rashi, Vrishchik Lagna. So I would suggest them, okay, I don't suggest them any mantra or anything to chant. I would just suggest them to be as spiritual as possible and to be very patientful. That can help for Vrishchik Rashi or Vrishchik Lagna natives. Next, let's go to Dhanu Rashi or Dhanu Lagna natives. So Rahu in 3rd house and Ketu in 9th house. This is kind of good, and also Jupiter will be aspecting your Rashi, but Kantak Shani is also there in 4th house, so it's not a good transit. But because of Rahu Ketu, which is more prominent here, I would say that there will be improved communication skills. You would be having a very good fluency in the language you speak, and spiritual growth and learning, that I see, because that's what Dhanu Rashi or Dhanu Lagna is all about. So if you are born in Mula Nakshatra or Purvashada Nakshatra, Uttarashada first Pada, then you would be more interested in these areas and you will get a opportunity now to increase it much more further. Then peaceful family interactions, writing and media opportunities, that also is seen because of Jupiter's presence in Mithun Rashi. So your career opportunities also will actually expand to much larger way. So if you are someone born in Dhanu Rashi, Dhanu Lagna and have studied journalism, mass communication, all this, then you have a very good time period from May 2025 to November 2026. So these were the good things for the Dhanu Rashi, Dhanu Lagna natives. So what are the challenges here? So travel plans may get delayed. So either it's short travel or long distance travel, it may not happen at the right time. So all of a sudden it may get delayed or it may get cancelled also. And challenges will be there with your mentors, with your teachers or with your higher management also. So that's also is pretty much noted during this time. Also you will have emotional disturbances between you and your father. That's also pretty much noted. And there will be a lot of philosophical confusion, or your thought process wouldn't be accepted by majority of them in your personal life, and also in your professional life your thoughts and ideas won't be supported to that extent. So that's also known. and higher education obstacles also would be there. So lot of obstacles in your higher education also will come in because of Ketu's presence in 9th house. So for all of this, I would recommend only one remedy is praying to Ganesh ji. So chanting Ganesha Ashtaka can give you wonderful results. So please do that, and any kind of obstacles you are facing in your career also, it will get resolved, because 10th house and 9th house is what Ketu would have transited. So he might be at times giving that result also. So that's why if you can chant Ganesha Ashtaka on a daily basis or observe fasting on Sankashtahara Chaturthi, then that can give you very good results. That is for Dhanu Rashi and Dhanu Lagna natives. So yeah, focusing on spirituality and clear communication would be the key advice for the Dhanu Rashi, Dhanu Lagna natives. Next, let's go to Makar Rashi or Makar Lagna natives. So for Makar Rashi, Makar Lagna natives, Rahu is in the 2nd house and Ketu would be in the 8th house. So spiritually, it is a very good time period for you. So speaking and teaching abilities also will increase for you. So anyone from teaching profession of Makar Rashi, Makar Lagna, that is Uttarashada 2nd, 3rd, 4th pada, Shravana Nakshatra and Dhanishta 1st and 2nd pada. So you will do pretty well in your speaking and teaching abilities. And also family wealth may improve, so you will have a very good amount of money, or you might actually increase in your savings also, and there will be deep introspection and also kind of wisdom flowing in your mind, and financial opportunities will increase like anything. Because of Rahu's presence in 2nd house, your account will always be filled, or you will not face any kind of financial issues during this time. So that's also pretty much noted for Makar Rashi or Makar Lagna natives. So most of them are like positive effects for them, but challenges are also, some of them are there. That is at times with family members you might have problems, or with relatives there could be some tensions, and health may actually go for some disturbances when Guru will move out of the Mithun Rashi, and you need to be cautious financially, because there is a chance you might get trapped in a cyber crime also during this time. So Makar Rashi, Makar Lagna natives, they cannot be isolated, or they cannot be leading their own life. They have to mingle with everyone to know what's happening in the world, because that also will save us from many kind of mishaps. And transformation and period stress. So this Shanidev in 3rd house and again getting Vakri in 2nd house. So all these things will actually give you some terrible transformation time period, and that stress will add more to your actually career, and you won't be able to do, or you won't be able to perform to that extent because of which. So stop procrastinating, being proactive will help you the most. So this was for the Makar Rashi, Makar Lagna. So build your financial security, focus on maintaining the family harmony, and also in your career point of view also you have to think what is good for you. So that was for the Makar Rashi, Makar Lagna natives. So as a recommendation, as a remedy, I would suggest you to worship Mata Lakshmi, because for the financial issues or financial opportunities which will grow for you, let that get fructified for you. So chanting Kanakadara Stotra for Makar Rashi or Makar Lagna natives is highly recommended. Next, let's go to Kumbha Rashi or Kumbha Lagna natives. So for Kumbha Rashi, Kumbha Lagna natives, of course Rahu would be in your Rashi, Ketu would be in your 7th house. So people who are into technology field or technical aspects, I think this is one of the finest time periods for you. From your career point of view, you can grow to a very good extent. So for Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna, it was good in other ways. For you, it would be in this way. So Rahu will make you or give you out of box thinking, and will all of a sudden give you very good amount of results. So complete self-intervention as well as self-invention is also is a very positive effect for you during this time. And increased ambition and will be very enthusiastic, wanted to do 10-15 jobs. So you'll be in such my amount of ambitions and enthusiasm as well. And all of a sudden monetary gains you will get without expectation because of Shani's presence in 2nd house. And also leadership opportunities also you will get some during this time. So for Kumbha Rashi, Kumbha Lagna natives, I think even though this is Sade Sati and even though it's not so good time period with Rahu in the Rashi, it can give you good results depending upon the other planetary positions, because Guru is in the 5th house. So that's the reason you will get good results, because Guru is aspecting your Lagna as well as the Rahu is placed there. So everything which comes in your path during this time, Kumbha Rashi, Kumbha Lagna natives, you should be happy because you will get the good results of it. Next, if I have to see for the challenges, partnership instability would be there. So if you are into business, this partnership instability can give you very terrible amount of hectic schedule, and arrogance also may increase because of it, because when you have so much of money, so much of blessings and all, arrogance, short temper also would increase, and there wouldn't be any humility. And you need to be empathetic in relationships. You have to be sympathetic also at times, so that's very important. And health fluctuations is very much possible during this time because of Rahu's presence in Rashi and Ketu's presence in 7th house. So health won't be the normal for you, so it will increase is what I would say. So that was for the Kumbha Rashi, Kumbha Lagna natives. So you have to stay grounded, stay humble, practice humility, and you have to nurture the relationships very carefully. Not every thing will become a very good one, though Jupiter's presence in 5th house can actually give you tremendous amount of good results, and that's why you won't have much challenges apart from the health. So focusing more on balanced diet and having good food at good time, that can actually give you good results. So that was for the Kumbha Rashi or Kumbha Lagna natives. Next, let's come to Meena Rashi, Meena Lagna, the last Rashi, last Lagna. So Rahu in the 12th house for you and Ketu in the 6th house. So it's a way good and it's a way bad also. So spiritual detachment will happen, and it will give you very good growth, and you will have a foreign travel opportunities also during this time, income from foreign sources, success in legal matters, success in any kind of competition, or where you have to defeat your hidden enemies. That is also very much possible during this time. But the challenges is that you will be emotionally unbalanced as a person, and you would suddenly break down also in the relationships, and there could be some health issues which was not diagnosed properly before, and it may surface again, and it can give you some kind of tensions or some headache also, until and unless a solution would be found for that. And you will be in a kind of a situation you just wanna run away, leaving everything. That escapist tendencies also would be pretty high for Meena Rashi, Meena Lagna natives. And sleep and rest disturbances also would be there. So during this time, because of Rahu in the 12th house, you won't be able to sleep on time, you won't be able to have good sound sleep also, and you will have different types of dreams or very horrific dreams also during this time because of Shani in your Rashi, the deep Sadesati time period, and also Rahu in 12th house. Okay, that can give you some very tremendous peculiar experiences is what I can say. So that was for Meena Rashi or Meena Lagna natives. So one key advice which I give is that practice humility and focus more on your health. So that can give you good results. So overall, if I have to see major themes of this transit, if I see, this will Rahu in Aquarius or Kumbha Rashi is bringing that innovation, social reformation, and also Ketu's presence in Simha Rashi is bringing that detachment. So considering all of this, I would suggest that this is a very world changing time period. Okay, and challenging the egoistic people, authoritative people is something you should never do, anyone for that matter. And overall, to say karmic shift and spiritual growth is there for everyone actually. This is the time for a person to be spiritual. So once Gurudev also gets exalted in the Karkatak Rashi, I think it will be much more wonderful. So that's what I wanted to say. And of course, the universal remedies, I would say to meditate more. So doing pranayama, doing meditation, at least minimum 10 to 15 minutes per day, that can give you very good sound health also. And of course, charity work is very important during this time. The more and more you help the needy people who are at troubles through NGOs or through self also, that can give you good results. And because of spiritual practices, everything, you might feel more and more detached during this time. So this is a very good time period to do mantra sadhana also, mantra siddhi also. So anyone who wants to be spiritual, this is a very good time. So concluding with that, this 18-month transit time period will not be that easy for everyone, but it will not be that difficult also. So channelize your energies in the right direction, you will get the right results. So that's it for all the 12 Rashi or 12 Lagnas of how the transit of Rahu and Ketu would look for. I have already explained in detail how it will be from the Medini Jyotish point of view, because a lot of layoffs will happen and lot of roles will shuffle in the job industry, as well as a lot of changes would happen, transformations, everything will happen. So that is something we have to more focus on. So that's it for the day for Rahu Ketu transit predictions in English for the next 18 months. In the next video, I'll come up with the Kannada and Hindi versions as well. So until then, thank you. Have a good day.